Dear viewers, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to talk about a very interesting sociological paradigm, that is symbolic interactionism. Symbolic interactionism is a very popular in American sociology, and it is a very well established sociological paradigm. It is extensively used in the study of different social phenomena, different social processes and mechanisms. Symbolic interactionism, simply put, it claims that social reality is a collection of meanings created by the individuals through social interactions. So the symbols, the language, and the social norms, they all come together and they help in shaping the meaning of interactions, the meaning of social life, the meaning of social reality in that way. I would, here refer to three very important symbolic interactionists. All three of them are American sociologists. The number one is Herbert Blumer, who coined the term symbolic interactionism. He has conducted very important studies on the role of symbolic interactionism and how that helps in creating meanings for the individuals and for the social actors. Then another guy, a very important guy, is George Herbert Mead, who developed his concept of generalized other, the concept of human self, based on the reactions and interactions of one person with another person, one individual, another individual, and how they come to shape themselves as a generalized other. This is a very important symbolic interactionist. Then we have this Erving Goffman. Erving Goffman, he has written a book on the presentation of self in everyday life, and he has investigated the significance and meaning of self, human self, how it is created, recreated, structured, restructured, transformed, and defined through everyday interactions. So the thrust of the symbolic interactionism is that meanings are the product of social interaction, and meanings are created through social interaction, and those meanings are attached by the individuals on the basis of their interaction with objects, with things, with places, with situations, and with context. One meaning in one interaction has a different implication if the context and the situation and the environment changes. The symbol, the object, and the norm, it will have a entirely different meaning. For example, dirt on the road. Just take the example of dirt. Dirt on the road is that is impure. We perceive it as impure, and we don't like to be hit by the dirt while walking on the road. But on the other hand, when that dirt comes into our drawing room, on our carpets, on our sofas, then we don't mind sitting on those sofas, on those carpets, because the situation has changed. Our understanding of the situation of dirt has changed. It is no more an injurious and no more harmful thing, because now it is part of our living room. Similarly, take the symbol of pen in the hand of a person who is writing about the destiny of a murderer. That is more powerful than a sword. Life and death sentence. He is going to write it. But pen in the hand of a journalist has a different meaning. He is trying to investigate truth, trying to bring out the significance of different news, or trying to investigate some scam and scandal. So the meaning of pen will change. Meaning in the hand of a journalist, a pen in the hand of a journalist has different meaning. The pen in the hand of a judge has a different meaning. The pen in the hand of an administrator or a bureaucrat has a different meaning. Similarly, different symbols and different signs are used to communicate with other people, other actors, social actors, others, people living in a society. For example, look at the flag, national flag. That is a symbol of sign of pride and national identity. A Pakistani flag, that is a symbol of sign. Similarly, flags for the American, their star spangled flag, that is a symbol of national pride and identity, collective identity. But flag, in a other context, in different situation, may have a very different meaning. It may not have that kind of identity, that kind of pride associated. People, use language, people use words, and people use symbols to communicate also. That is an important part of symbolic interactionism. How people use different words to communicate, and how, syllables and tones, they can change and shift the meanings. Just by shifting the tone of your voice, just by shifting this tone of your sound of what you are saying, the whole meaning, changes. And that varies from language to language. Similarly, much of human knowledge, much of human achievements are preserved and codified in, symbolic form. That is our knowledge. All human knowledge is essentially and fundamentally symbolic in nature. And it is through learning these symbols and the meanings associated to those symbols that through which human beings, they define themselves, they discover themselves, they find out what is family, they find out what is culture, they find out what is good, they find out what is evil. All these phenomena, they are are, discovered through these symbols. So symbolic interactionism, as very similarly, people in the marketplace, when interacting with each other, that reflects how, the business behavior is decided and defined. People in an office, working office, in an organization, that will shape and define their organizational behavior, how they will interact with their co-worker, how will they will interact with their line manager, how they will interact with their boss, the man who's in charge of the whole process. So symbolic interactionism, my friend, help us in many ways understand the social reality in a more diverse, in a more complex, and in a more insightful manner. Instead of assigning some objective and unquestioned authority to social behavior or social rules, what the social interactionists do is that he tries to uncover the interconnections of different symbols, their significance, their importance, and their varying and changing meanings for social actors in multiple, in complex and different, social situations. So it is very important for the social scientist to understand that reality can be many things, and reality can have some constructive, a constructionist dimension also. It can be subjective also. So when we apply the tool of the paradigm of symbolic interactionism, what we do is that we try to understand the subjective meanings and subjective dimensions attached to an interaction. How the individuals see, when you come to office every day, you develop new interactions. Every day, your social interactions are fresh, and you have to redefine your relationship with your office colleagues and your co-work. Every day, you find a new identity. Every day, you find a new meaning in your workplace. So, in this way, you can see symbolic interactionism is such a fascinating and such a influential and such a significant paradigm to understand the complexity, diversity, plurality, and multiplicity of the social reality. Social reality is not something set, fixed, and unchanging, timeless reality. So that is all for today. Thank you very much. I hope you like this presentation.